we're going to start with Binny and Cherry. Is that right? Great.
Thank you. Hi. Are we using this?
I'm happy to
Just put it to one side. Shall we, you've given me...
Good morning, everyone. My name is Binny Supinyai, and this is my pianist, Cherry Wong. We would like to start with Stündchen des Sturms. Is that
nice and bright and cheery, isn't it? Even though it's set in the evening. You've got a beautiful voice, and I ringed a particularly fantastic sound, which was on Linden. You woke up suddenly, didn't you? It's a high note, and so you gave it all your attention, and you made sure that high note was very, very good. And I would like to hear all of your singing as beautiful as that.
Okay.
I felt that you were really engaged at that point, emotionally, physically. It was a complete package. Excellent. So, we're going to start not thinking about your singing, but thinking about your personality. Not your personality, but your character's personality.
Yeah.
I tried to always think scenically when I was performing. whether that was on stage or on the concert platform. In fact, being on the concert platform makes it much easier because you are your own director. You don't have a director to tell you what to do, even a conductor, because we do have the final say, don't we? We do, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you were leading this performance quite so much.
Okay.
I thought you were riding the performance instead of giving your performance, and you, Cherry, would be accompanying and supporting that, yeah? At the moment, I thought you were ignoring her a little. I'm not sure there was the collaboration, yeah? So I call your music, all your music, some of it doesn't have words. Always see it that way, like a film. Sometimes you're not talking, or the actor's not talking on the film, but the music is telling the audience what to feel, how to feel, indicating new emotions, yeah? So at the minute that music starts, that's your music, not the accompaniment.
Okay.
That means you start the music before the music starts. And that will tell the accompanist, oh, okay, we're playing it with this emotion. Now, let's get to that emotion.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you scenically?
I am near the house, but it's not my house.
No.
I think I would say I'm a 16 little boy, and it's 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
Okay.
2
You
a.m.
snuck out through the bedroom window.
No, I'm not going to the bedroom because I'm young.
No, your bedroom window. How did you get there at 2 a.m.?
I walk out, so I'm in like I'm walking to my lover's house.
Okay.
I'm in the street. And then what I'm doing is, there's a stone. I'm going to throw the stone and then wake her up.
Okay. Okay. Where's her window?
Second floor. Third floor.
Where?
There.
Okay, good plan. Okay, so let's always make sure that whoever's up there, hello, who's away? Hi. That's where she is.
Okay.
Okay, what's she called?
Cordelia.
Cordelia, nice name. How long have you known her?
My schoolmate, but I like her.
Oh, okay.
First love.
First love.
Yeah.
Does she love you?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. This is terrifying me.
It's not self.
16. Right. Okay. I dread to think what my boys were doing at 16. I'm not going to think about it. So, okay, so Cordelia's up there.
Yeah.
You've seen her, you love each other, and this is really worrying me that you're asking her to come down at the age of 16, but I'm not going to go there. It's legal, so okay.
Secret.
Yeah. I feel that you're not connecting with her in your performance. Now, let's see if that helps, okay?
Yeah.
Now, so what's your name, by the way?
My name is... I haven't thought about my name, actually. Let's say Chris.
Chris and Cordelia. It's a good match.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've known her quite some time, and now this is your first love. Okay, and you've snuck out at 2 a.m. in the morning, and you're throwing the pebble against the window. Okay, so you've done the where and why. You'll see her at school.
Yeah, but I want to see her again. But then I don't want to wake parents. Their parents are sleeping.
Yeah, I would hope so, at 2 a.m. Yeah, okay.
Sneaking there.
Okay, all right, so, and that's the why, where, when, who you are, who she is, when, what is the atmosphere, where, what are you wearing, what is around you? Can you see it?
There's a street, and there's a house over there, and there's a garden as well.
Okay,
That's it. And then it's very quiet. No one's there.
okay. But you're in her garden, I'm guessing.
Not yet. I'm not going there yet until I said sit down. Until she's coming down.
Okay, okay. All right, I'm going to be your director now, because I think there's a bit of a problem with that. If you're in a street and she's up there, you're an Olympic thrower. Aren't you?
Yeah, right.
With your pebble.
It's
So let's move into the garden. Let's bring the window a little closer.
Right.
She's got a big garden. Say she's got a big garden.
Yeah.
And you're going to throw that pebble up to there, yeah?
Okay.
All right. And you want her to come down. Are you being cheeky with this, or are you being...
It's very secret, so I would say cheeky.
cheeky and sneaky and
Yeah.
secretive.
Yeah. Very
So if you were to say it, how would that sound? If you were to act it without singing?
Oh.
Say the words. Say the words.
Mach auf, doch leise.
You're singing. Speak it.
Mach auf, doch leise, mein Kind.
See, I don't hear there the excitement. So, mach auf, mach auf. Now remember, she is up there, so you have to make sure she hears you.
Mach auf, doch leise, mein Kind.
Can you say, wake up, wake up?
Wake up, wake up.
Don't look cross. Try again. Wake up.
Wake up, wake up.
Yeah? What's the next words?
But quietly, my girl.
Yeah, but quietly.
Quietly.
Yeah, that's right. But remember, she's got to hear it.
Okay.
Okay? So we can't say it like this. We can't say it like that because she won't hear it. And the audience won't hear it.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
So I think that we need to project the sound a little more like we did on Linden. Okay? So quiet, but stage quiet. And energy, but heightened. Okay, right, now let's start. Doesn't mean anything just yet, except I want you to direct your sound. Don't lose your focus, because what I see is this.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's confusing for an audience member, because they need to see what you're seeing. Yeah?
Yeah.
So we see you going, look, come down. Yeah? And then they go, oh, okay, she's looking. You might be lucky and then look behind them or something, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, try that first. You're starting the music, which means before you start, you need to be in the right energy. Now, that's much better. So you've walked in, you've snuck in, yeah? And then you've gone, and then throw your pebble, and then the music will start.
Mach auf, doch leise, mein Kind.
Okay, good. Much better. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was that your sound is not direct. It gets direct. It goes beautiful after a second of starting. So your sound is swelling, and you're doing mach auf.
Okay.
We don't need that.
No,
Especially if you're going to direct that sound out there. Can you speak mach auf? Why do you say it twice, by the way? That's an interest.
Just because maybe she's not waking up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'm doing again.
okay. So, and what would you feel second time?
I feel why she's not waking up.
You could, or, I mean, it is 2:00 in the morning, so she might not wake up. So, mach auf. It's got to have more energy, much more energy, yeah? And straight into that vowel. Don't cheat me. It's beautiful at the other end, but straight in, no swelling.
Okay.
Good.
Doch leidet mein Kind, keine vom Schlummer zu wecken.
Who are the Kynan? Now, sorry, actually, what I saw then was that was so much better. Immediately, straight into that glorious voice. I still think you should direct that sound more. In simple terms, louder.
Okay, louder. I see.
Yeah? Okay, so she can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it's an energy. I think when you're singing quietly, you're holding your breath. If you want to talk technically.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I don't, but we just did. So, okay. All right, let's try one more time. And then, keinen von Schlummer zu wecken. Is she there? Is she there? Not. Keinen von Schlummer zu wecken. Is what I see over to the music. It's all your music. And those rests in between are not there for you to stop. They're there for you to fill with more emotion.
Yeah.
So, keinen von Schlummer zu wecken. Yeah? Kaum murmelt. In fact, the next thing you say, kaum murmelt der Bach. You could actually be looking around or reassuring her. You know, there's nobody here. Kind of thing. You try again?
Yeah, of course.
No. Actually, that I feel is a singer pose. You start beautifully and then you rest. So instead, can you throw me the pebble? Physically throw it and see if it hits. So, yeah, try. That energy at the end of your hand is what we need to see. Should we try again?
Yeah. Mach auf, doch leise mein Kind, keinen vom Schlummer zu wecken. Kaum murmelt der Bach, kaum zittert im Wald ein Blatt an den Büschen und Hecken. Drum leise mein Mädchen, das nicht erschreckt, nur leise die Hand auf die Klinke gelegt.
Where is it?
I'm still there.
Yeah, no. Where's the gate?
The gate.
Of the clink?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's her door. It's not my door.
Okay, so then it's got to be there.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I call sneaky technique. Basically, I want you to engage emotionally and vocally together so that nobody notices your technique. In order to do that, if you think more scenically, auf die Klinke gelegt is up there, your energy is going there, your breath is going there, your voice is coming to us, and there's no gelegt, stop, end. The energy stops, your sound stops, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So keep thinking words, not voice.
Should we get
Let's go from Drum leise mein Mädchen. Vowel, much more vowel and less consonant.
Drum leise mein Mädchen, das nicht erschreckt.
That one, das nicht sich regt. Keep going right to the end.
Drum leise mein Mädchen, das nicht erschreckt, nur leise die Hand auf die Klinke gelegt. Mit Treten, wie Treten der Hafen so sagt, über die Blumen zu hüpfen.
What does that mean? What does hüpfen mean?
Hopp.
Hop. Hüpfen. And because, remember you're being cheeky. Yeah? So, über die Blumen zu hüpfen. That's funny. Yeah? Because she likes you because you're funny as well.
I'm a fan.
Yeah? That was so much better. So much better. I don't hear this regt. I hear regt straight into the sound immediately.
Yep.
Now, when I say more vowel, that means you have to be quicker off your consonants. That doesn't mean you can't use your consonants. You have to use them, but they have to be much quicker, much sharper, much shorter, so that the good bit, i.e. your sound, is the bit that we hear. Quicker into those vowels, yeah? And much more direction. I loved also what you did when you got to regt. You did what I tell my students to do, which is gift the consonants, not regt. That's for me. Regt is to the audience, yeah? And that just keeps your breath, keeps your energy. I feel vocally that you're holding your breath. And it's here, the sound, as opposed to here, to us. Okay? If that helps. All right, let's do mitritten.
Mitritten, du sagt, aber die Blumen zu hüpfen. Flick leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, zu in den Garten zu schlüpfen.
Right, I'm going to ask you to do something fab. Much better. Love the hüpfen. Yeah. I'm going to ask you to do that phrase that you've just done and taken 2 breaths. I don't want you to take a breath.
It's quite long.
It is quite long. Let's have a go. Just out of interest. That's why I want you to do it in one breath. I'm not saying at the end of the day you'll be able to, but what's happening is, you might be able to hear this, is what we're getting is flieg leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht is what I'm hearing. Now that means that you're not sustaining your word as far as I'm concerned, and you can't sustain your word if you're not breathing out, breathing through, yeah? And if you're not sustaining your word, you're not sustaining the emotion. And if you're not sustaining the emotion, you're not keeping engaging with the audience. And then the audience will wander and start thinking, that's a pretty sound. I remember when, instead of what's happening, is she going to come down? That kind of thing. Okay, so we're going to do this in a 2-pronged way, and I urge you to practice it this way in many ways for your technical challenge. I want you to say the words, so we're not quality controlling the sound. Say the words and say them in rhythm. And if your energy goes flieg leicht hinaus, that means your breath has stopped. Flieg leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, zu mir in den Garten zu schlüpfen. And because you know you've got to get to the end, you will manage your breath better. Should we try?
Yeah.
Together?
Same place.
Yes.
Mitritten, wie tritten du sagt, über die Blumen zu hüpfen. Flieg leicht hinaus.
So, I mean literally, speak it.
Oh, flieg
Together.
Flieg leicht hinaus in den Mondscheinnacht zu mir.
Yeah, okay. took a breath. Let's try again, without the breath. Did you notice also this? Yeah? This is an indication of what your brain is telling you to do with your breath, which is use a lot and let go. Use a lot and let go. Instead of manage, 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 manage to the end. Shall we try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use it?
Yes, you must.
Flieg leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, zu mir in den Garten zu schliefen.
Good. And again, do it again. Fab. Easy.
Flieg leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, zu mir in den Garten zu schliefen.
Good. Now let's see if that helps when you sing.
Flieg leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, zu mir in den Garten zu schliefen.
Yeah, and did you see? But, oh my word, flieg leicht hinaus. Did you hear that? I mean, first of all, we heard it because you have a substantial instrument that you're hiding, I feel. Yeah? First of all. Secondly, the legato line was right there. And this gesture, whatever gesture you want to use, is beginning, end of phrase. It's, you know, we can talk bows on it. Do you play the violin?
No.
No.
I listen.
Yeah, me too. But you can, whatever the gesture is, I often use the magic finger on stand thing, which is the beginning of your phrase, the end of your phrase. But if we're in performance, flieg leicht hinaus in den Mondscheinnacht, zu mir in den Garten zu schlüpfen, is the end of the phrase. Now, what you saw, what you probably were fascinated to see, was you did flieg leicht hinaus. That was really good in your mind.
Yeah.
Flieg leicht hinaus in den Mondscheinnacht. Now, look at my hands. That's what your hands did. So psychologically you went, nailed it. Yeah? And then your breath stopped flowing. Yeah? So keep moving. Shall we try one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a great rehearsal project.
Flieg leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, zu mir in den Garten zu schliefen.
That's it. Okay, we can do it again. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. You have to go. You have to go a little bit, manage it a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Nice nails.
Flieg leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, zu mir in den Garten zu schliefen.
That'll do.
Ring schlug die Blätter
Straight into the
am
vowel.
riesenden Bach und tupften im Schlaf, nur die Liebe ist wahr.
Great. Much better. Now, your turn. Here, oh, you've written it already. I think you need to help her along a little.
Okay.
Here.
Keep going.
Yeah, so that you've got, as Joseph says, you put a little hand in the small of the back and just guide them forward.
Okay.
Okay? So you're in control for once. There. Okay, shall we do it one more time? Flieg leicht hinaus.
Yes.
Come on.
Flieg leicht hinaus in die Mondscheinnacht, zu mir in den Garten zu schliefen. Ring schlug
Straight into the vowels.
am riesenden Bach und tupften im Schlaf, nur die Liebe ist wahr.
Shall we do that? Remember, you're 16. And a 16-year-old boy, having had 3 of them, kind of, they're not quite so romantic at 16. They're just going, come on down, baby. That's what they think. That's what they think. They think that's romantic, yeah? Can you do it? Nur die Liebe ist wach. That way. Yeah?
Okay.
Good. Ringschlummern. And straight into those vowels. You're still swelling. Yeah. Great. Great. No, wait. Where did you go then?
I'm the garden, and then now she's coming down.
Okay. Can you play? You just went, yeah, that was really good. That's what I saw. Yeah? Instead of, oh, she's coming down. Yeah? Have you ever been to Venice?
Venice,
No. Have you ever seen pictures of like the Romeo and Juliet kind of pictures where
Kind of
the
this,
outside, where the outside staircase, there's a staircase outside. I've got an image of her coming outside her bedroom window, down. Yeah? So and you can hear it in the music, can't you?
Yeah.
She's doing the little circles. Watch her go, come down, follow you, make your finger and follow your finger. Yeah? And then take your finger away and do the same thing. You try?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so she's here. She's here now. So be different with her. Thank you for coming. Sit down. Sit nieder. There's a bit more energy that way, yeah? Okay, now follow her without your finger.
Without.
Yeah. Be happy. Okay. You're swelling again,
Okay.
and these gestures don't mean anything.
Nothing.
Yeah. Where is she now?
She's now in front of me.
Okay, make sure that you speak.
Speak to her.
Yeah, and smile. Yeah. No. How could you not when you smile? Great. Are you happy about that?
Yeah.
Are you happy that she's coming down?
Yeah, I think I should a little bit like control my feelings, like too happy. So I'm like a little bit hiding it. Maybe not.
I'm trying to.
Express more.
Yeah, I think as a 16-year-old boy, I think you'd be very super excited. Think Carabino. You know, horny and ready. Open your mouth. Smile at her. Oh, nice. Good girl. Vowel. What vowel? Right, now, how are you doing that? How are you doing unter den Linden Bäumen? No, how are you singing it? How are you producing that sound?
Airflow.
Mm-hmm.
Air is flowing.
Mm-hmm. Are you thinking about it at all?
Not really. I'm trying.
Right. Okay. Can you not think about your singing at all and sing like that in everything that you do?
Okay.
Because I think you're just holding your breath and trying to create a beautiful note followed by a beautiful note, rather than a beautiful word. In fact, a beautiful phrase. Flieg leicht hinaus in den Mondschein nach zu mir. This one, yeah? So, unter den Lindenbäumen is so beautiful. And I want that all the way through.
Yeah.
So, don't think about it and think about who you are. Sitz nieder. Good. Good girl. Fantastic. love that. That was just, how did that feel?
Very exciting.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like I'm engaged more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sneaky technique. Actually, much more engaged, but you're not thinking about it, and we don't see it. We just feel the emotion. Yeah, so it's not that I don't want you to think about singing. I just want you to think about it a little bit less and a bit more of your performance, and your singing will benefit. However, let's get to Sitznida again, and instead of going down for the D, I want you to think up for it. Thoughts, air comes out, we know that. It's COVID, yeah? We lose it, it's, yeah? Air comes out, and it has to come out, but it comes out via resonators that do act as the reflector for us. So if we decide that we're going to aim our air to our resonators, then there's a chance that you're going to allow the air to travel a bit more than hold it here stagnant, yeah? When you come down in pitch, can you still be travelling with the air?
I'll try.
So, and can you aim the air into the roof of your mouth? So, you've got clean fingers, I'm sure, but you thumb in and up to the high part of the hard palate. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Higher.
Yeah. Yeah. And then aim on the D.
Da.
Here.
Yeah, I'll try.
So when you go down, think up. Nice. Oh, okay. So more, close your mouth. Da. The better. That one. And from Nida. Keep it here. Right to the end. Beautiful. And thank you, by the way, for that worked. Brilliant. Right, I just want to just do one last thing with this airflow. Can you keep it all spinning there? Because it's helping the projection, firstly. Does it feel weird? Does it feel easier? Does it feel harder?
No, I feel more present.
Yeah?
That's how I feel.
Okay, good. I think you need to not hold so much here. Yeah?
I think I'm holding here so much.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Yeah, okay, so gift it to me.
Yeah.
Let's do from Und die Rose, da-di-ba-da-dum. That's the phrase, yeah? I mean, from here, that felt like the airflow was travelling, that there was less swelling. So instead of this spread the seeds and scatter gesture, let's do more this one, this one, this one, this one, if we want to be operatic. And eventually, in your mind, you'll see your hand doing that, but you won't actually need to do it. But I would urge you to do that, or, as I often do in class, I use the stand to make sure that you know where your direction of air is going, which is always, the sound is coming to us. Did you hear less? How am I doing for time? Yeah. Did you hear less?
I felt physically here is not something, it's like something's clogged in here.
Trapped,
but
yeah.
I didn't feel this time.
Good.
Less.
Fabulous. Let's do it one last time then, just so that we know it's in the computer, just from, is it Und die Rose? Okay, we have Katja. My watch has stopped. Vinny. Hi. Hi, Katja. Should we do the video? I was hoping that we could do the On This Island.
Oh.
Do you have it? You've put it down. Could we do the seascape instead?
Okay.
Great.
Maybe for this, yes.
Okay.
Maybe. Just for security. My name is Katja, this is Amadeus, and we will be performing Seascape by Britain. Look stranger at this island now, the leaping light for your delights discovers. Stand stable here and silent be, then through the rivers of the air we wander like a river, the swaying sound of the sea. And the
I'm sorry, I would just assume that you would have, if you've written it, if you put it down, that you would have
It's
had it.
okay, it's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Sure.
you'll know it better in 40 minutes, won't you? That's one good thing. And that's actually a fair point. Are you all the performers that are coming today? It's about learning that oftentimes we go straight into the singing. And maybe you just saw that actually if you go into the emotion first, the singing is benefits, and you kind of have to undo so much if you go into just learning the notes and then the words. Learn the words and the rhythm first, and then get the melody, because then you can then focus on what it is to vocalize, as opposed to vocalize words, rhythm, what am I thinking, all of that. Which might be an interesting exercise if you're willing to have a go at doing it that way round instead. Okay. That doesn't mean that we're still going to use you, because you're going to reflect what's on the top line. So again, when I said all of this music is your music, some of it doesn't have words. All of this music is yours. Some of it does have words. Yeah? And then you get this cool collaboration. Okay, so let's do it from an emotional point of view. Who are you? Where are you? Why are you saying all of this? What's the purpose? Where have you been? Where are you going?
I think I have to leave, kind of. It's kind of saying goodbye, I think. And I'm showing this to somebody.
A stranger.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a little bit that there's an extra layer to this that might help. This is a warning to us all to enjoy what we have in front of us.
Okay.
Because something, well, if you just play your last note, something a little bit not right is going to happen. And so it's more, rather than it just being a beautiful scene, added to that, it's really urgent that we recognise what we have here, because we think it's in danger. Now we can relate that to right now, present day, and when this was written, this was in the poem and the music, this was as a warning to what was going to happen and what had happened. So it's a two-layer thing. So we'll add that. Okay. If that were the case, and you are your own director, what would you be wearing and where would you be?
I think the setting would be like a little bit dark with cliffs and the sea, and maybe I would wear like a warrior outfit or something, so be prepared for.
No.
I warn.
Yeah, maybe. It's not quite. We're not there though. Quite. It was sort of in between periods. Well, we could make it present day, if you like. If that makes it easier. In which case, what would you be wearing? You're on the cliffs. It's windy.
Like warm.
Something
Protect
like
me.
protect. Yes. Okay. You feel the wind now, and you feel it. We've got a wind machine on our stage as well as your director. And the camera, the light is shining behind you, in front of you. These are. I know this sounds really ridiculous, but trying to spark your imagination so that somehow emanates to us a little more.
So maybe the stage generally is more dark, but there's a very bright light on us.
Love that. Ooh, great. So you're allowed to think these things, especially in song, like I said. In fact, you're required to. And nobody's going to get any of that, but they're going to feel an energy from you because of it, yeah? So before you've even started, you get your 5 W's down here and you build your scene. And you're already in a different level. And then you share that.
Yeah.
And then he goes, okay, I can do spotlight playing. You can do spotlight playing, can't you? Yes, yes. Okay. Right, okay, so that's where we are. You're warm, you're wrapped up, and you're looking out on the top of a cliff. That's your music, yeah? Now I want you to say it, so lift your stand. And I want you to say it in rhythm with the music, as if you were doing a audition for RADA.
Look, stranger, at this island now. The leaping light for your delight discovers. Stand stable here and silent be.
That's much better. That's already. So look, you didn't even have to look.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. I love that word, fascinating. That suddenly you know, oh, I do know my words, because you're not thinking about your singing.
Yeah.
So get this bit out the way, all right? Now, let's do it, and let's do the emotional shorthand or dynamics, as in louds and stops, both of you.
With speaking?
With speaking.
Okay. Look, stranger, at this island now.
Good. Now, I want to ask you, Fab, even better. That was really spooky. Now, it's weird, isn't it? Because it's quiet. Now, when you said, okay, Amanda's making me do this weird thing of speaking quietly, what emotion did it validate inside you?
More mysterious excitement.
Okay. So now we need to see that in advance. And then we get to the great phrase, thought, breathe, sing.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's try.
Look, stranger, at this island now. The leaping light for your delight discovers. Stand stable here and silent be.
Fabulous. Can you overemphasize your dynamics as well? I think at this moment you're deferring, and in actual fact you could be encouraging even more, because you start the emotion most times, yeah? Okay, let's do it one more time and then we'll see what comes out.
Look, stranger, at this island now. The leaping light for your delight discovers. Stand stable here and silent be.
Fab. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Very close. I think these. Can you play me this melody? Just your right hand. Yeah. So can I have more there? I just don't feel that you're getting there. Maybe just do it with your left hand for me. I'm feeling like you're slowing up to it instead of rushing. That's it. So that you can then land on it. Yeah. Yeah, good. Great. I think that's Right. Shall we see what we do with that now?
Yeah.
Just that part. Okay.
Look stranger in this island now, the living life for you denies discovers, since still here and silent be.
Fabulous. How do you feel?
Good.
I'm glad. Yeah. Done. So the masterclass here is how to kind of just turn it on its head and learn it that way round.
Yeah.
And you've done it in a wanna. You've got the emotion, the voice and everything. Now I just want to talk to you a little bit about that. I wonder, could you just put your finger on your chin here a little? Again, you're being very, very selfish with your sound. And you're holding it to yourself instead of sharing it with us.
Yeah.
And the sharing is very different to pushing it also. You're just allowing the sound out. And at the moment, I feel like you're trapping it.
Yeah.
Yeah? This sometimes helps. Yeah? I think the first look stranger could have more of that energy that you had when you were speaking. Did you? Good.
Look stranger in this island now, the living light for you denies discovers, stand still here and silent be.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? But
Yeah.
just try that thought that instead of putting your sound here,
Yeah.
keep it here in the center. Yeah? You try that one more time?
Yeah.
Just for that purpose. Take your finger away. Yeah.
Look stranger in this island now, the living light for you denies discovers, stand still here and silent be.
So what I hear there is just a little shimmer on the sound instead. And the other was every bit as warm, but it didn't have that little kind of transparent shimmer to the sound, which is what actually the overtones we are going to hear. And that's just a tiny little gesture of allowing, it's just knowing where to direct your air. Oftentimes we'll go, oh, we can't push the air out, so I'll just hold it back here and I'll just sing that here. We've got to know where to aim it, yeah? All right, good. Next phrases. Let's have a look. That through the channels. It's quiet again, isn't it?
Yeah.
That through the channels of the ear may wander like a river, what? The swaying sound. It's one sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try again from there. Maybe stand stable here. That's a good place.
Singing or speaking?
Singing. Loud. Emotion.
Stand still here and silent be, that through the channels of the ear may wander like a river, the swaying sound of the sea.
Good. Say that last word for me.
See,
See. Yeah.
see,
See. Yeah. Where's your tongue?
see.
Where's the centre of it?
Like down here.
That's the bottom. That's the tip. Where's the middle of your tongue? C.
See.
E.
Yeah. Down here at the
Yeah.
sides.
Focus on that. I think at this moment you're wanting to do C,
Okay.
C, and you're making it too. Everything is just a little bit too dark for my
Okay.
concern. Is that it's overemphasizing it. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
causing a bit of tension. Amadeus, can you give me some really good little finger work? Left little finger. Thank you. Stand stable. Yeah, and then the swaying sound of the sea. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what that is, isn't it? Yeah.
Stand still here and silent be. This way. Sorry, again.
My bad.
Stand still here and silent be. That through the channels of the air may wander like a river, the swaying sound of the sea. The small fields ending past, where the children falls to the floor.
Okay. Good. And then you just switched off. If you're switching off, switch off that way. Keep the air flowing that
Yeah.
way. Yeah? Again, little bit tense, aren't you? Just
Yeah,
let go. Let go. You're singing a lot better than I could, so there's nothing to fear. Okay? Here, I'm trying to work out how you're making those. Here, it's here, isn't it? You're tense here. Here. Can you, yeah. Here. You can't, but can you imagine that you can lift your upper jaw rather than drop your lower one to make space? Here.
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 Yeah.
As opposed to here.
Yes.
Yeah? Let's try that. From, Amadeus, this is your moment again, isn't it? What I've noticed about this is you start it, so that FP it makes us see that moment, yeah? Fantastic little finger work. Loved that. Very ominous. Do you tap or do you...
Both possible.
Okay. So we'll go from...
Swing sound.
Yes.
The swing sound.
Good S's. Excellent.
The swing sound of the sea. The small fields ending past, where the children falls to the floor. And if the ledges are past the pluck and knock of the tide, and the shingles grumbles of the soaking surf, and the gull lodges a moment on its sheer side.
Lift. Yes. How does that feel?
Great, yeah. It's more brighter sound.
Brighter sound. Clearer for us. I felt. Yeah? Tiny gesture, isn't it? So just a tiny adjustment. And you know the number of times that people say, you've got a tight jaw, and what you do then is you overcompensate and go, I've got to sing like that. And that's what happens to your voice, which is actually not really what we want to do, is it? It's to direct the tension somewhere else. So you're going to go that way. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to learning. So this is the thought, breathe, sing. So every time you see something new, I want you to move before you say it.
Yeah.
You might need to use your music in advance. All right, shall we speak it? So we're doing from here at the small fields.
Here at the small fields ending past, where the chalk walk falls to the floor.
And
its tall ledges oppose the pluck and knock of the tide.
and
The shingles scrambles after the soaking surf. And the gull notches a moment on its sheer side.
you're so clever. That's that's not an easy thing, and that's not your language either, and you're not absolutely 100% certain of your words, but that was brilliant. Thought, breathe, sing. And did you notice that your breath and energy did not stop?
Yeah.
And as a result, we, the audience, were engaged much more following your gesture. Would you agree with that? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Can we try to put that into practice now and see what happens vocally?
Yeah.
As well?
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'm so excited. Everything's coming together there.
Yeah.
I'm so thrilled for you. I would say just one extra notch now. Mm-hmm. We've got the E sorted. The R, again, just keep it more of an R than an R.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah? It'll just cut through more. It must be joyous for you, Amadeus, also, because you can put your hands down now. Yeah? Wonderful. Really excellent. Oh, it's so exciting. However, there was a thought that came to me. These rhythms now. Let's have a think about why. Because Britain, I used to curse him until I'd say, why? And then it would come to me and I'd go, oh, okay, fair enough. And this is Britain. It's so detailed and so weird sometimes until it's not. So this picture, not that one, chalk wall falls to the foam.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Falling down, yeah? And then, king surf. That's weird, isn't it? But then when you do it, you think, well, I can't do it any other way now, yeah? And the lodges a moment. Lodges, it's hovering, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then sheer side. You can imagine those as you're doing them. Just because you're so clever, let's do it one more time. Here, at the small fields. Chalk wall falls.
Yeah.
Stop.
The small fields ending past, where the chalk wall falls to the floor.
Shall we, let's just, you're really enjoying yourself. I'm loving that you're enjoying yourself. It's fabulous. Can you validate this? That's what when I mean by validate. Let's just play it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes the gesture really helps help you remember those dynamics.
Yeah.
And then you can take them out afterwards. Cool. Keep your cheeks up. Much better. It's clearer, isn't it, in your mind? Now you can work on that. I just want to do the gull lodges a moment on its sheer side, because I just want to hear if we can brighten that R vowel a bit more. You're still doing that.
Yeah.
You know when you drop your jaw, don't you feel that the root of your tongue falls backwards or bunches or comes up? It's not a good idea. Yeah, I mean, by all means, relax your jaw and don't tighten your jaw because that's going to pull your larynx up. But don't overdrop it to the extent that it affects your tongue, which will then affect everything. Yeah? Okay. And the gull.
One bar before.
Yeah.
In the gull shimmered a moment on its sheer side. Yeah.
Do it again, do it again. Put it in the computer.
And the gull noticed a moment on its sheer side. Yeah.
Then, wait, keep going. Sorry. What's all that? What's all that music? What's all that? Scary, ugly stuff, isn't it, that?
Yeah, yeah.
And then suddenly the scene, the clouds clear, and out there, where Cordelia was, is now these ominous looking ships.
Yeah.
The whole energy changes. Shall we try?
Yeah.
Do you know what else I've noticed is you're not quite so tight here.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about it quite so much. You're young, you don't need to. Okay, let's do it from there, from the ugly moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off like floating seeds in the ships, divert alert and volunteer.
Okay, you've got tight. Let's do that. I'm going to do the same to you now. You're going to do all of that in one breath. To errands.
Okay.
Same place.
Off like floating seeds in the ships, divert alert and volunteer errand, and the full
Good. Why not?
Okay.
If you can.
Yeah.
And it's the whole sentence. Yeah?
Okay.
It
yeah.
makes sense as well. I'm trying to get you to stop swelling because you are, again, you're holding the breath again. Yeah, straight into the vowels. Far off like, as if you were just speaking. You wouldn't do far off like floating
Yeah.
seas. Yeah? Okay, one more time. And this is sorry, Amadeus, this is a very different PP emotion, isn't it?
Okay. Off like floating seeds in the ships, divert alert and volunteer errands, and the full view indeed may
Good. Okay, so let's do the learning here. This is a big crescendo and the full view as well. Anticipate that? Yes. Anticipate, Binny. When we start to swell like this, it's often that we put the consonant at the point of where the vowel is, and it should be in an advance, so that we get the more of the vowel. So instead of and the full, we do and the full view.
Yeah.
So it's in advance, yeah? Then we get more of your vowel.
Yeah.
The diverge, if you want, you should. Yeah? Nice PP.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah? And this, I think, if you were to speak it, it would be more not scared. I think that's what you play. Are you playing scared?
No. Yeah, it should be more sad maybe.
I think sad won't help because, well, it says molto tranquillo.
Yeah.
Weird. So kind of accepting,
Okay.
bearing in mind though that you're still telling this stranger out there, right now, they are gathering up their ships.
Yeah.
That kind of energy, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's lift it up a bit. Then, so you're in advance a little.
Of like floating seeds, the ships diverted and volunteers, and the full view indeed may enter, and move in memory as now the clouds do, that pause the moment behind the sky.
That's pointless. That's pointless then, isn't it? Because we've got to do all those things. So let's do the business. Let's do the talking. Then we know you've got it. And then we'll
Yeah.
finish really well. Okay, that pass. Speak it together. Do your dynamics as well.
Yeah.
And the pass.
The bombardida and pass. The bar of, yeah?
That pass the harbor mirror and the summer through the water's side.
Good. I put you in the wrong place, didn't I? I was expecting and move,
Ah. Oh, okay.
but I said the wrong words. I'm sorry, but well done. You did what I told you. Let's go from a move.
Okay. And move in memory as now the clouds do, that pass the harbor mirror and all the summer through.
Look at it this way,
Yeah.
from afar. Put your weight on your back foot. It's not helping. Yeah. And again, and move in memory as now these clouds do.
Yeah.
Bit louder. That pass, more energy, the more urgency. The
Yeah.
harbour mirror and all the summer through the water saunter. And that's like we all just pretend it's not happening. Oh, we'll all have tea on the chamomile lawns. That's not happening out there. Yeah, that. Okay.
And move in memory as now the clouds do, that pass the harbor mirror and all the summer through the water's side.
That's right. Now, can we play saunter? I didn't hear you at all, which
Yeah.
probably meant that you weren't directing your air. Yeah. Again.
Sorry. And move in memory as now the clouds do, that pass the harbor mirror and all the summer through the water's side. The water's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Let's do that now, vocally.
And move like.
Do you know what happened there? An intrusive thought came in,
Yeah.
which was, how do I sound?
Yeah. And move in memory as now the clouds do.
Just want to stop. Just want to say, the first time when she forgot her words, she was preparing vocally sorry to talk about you. She was preparing vocally and actually not very well, I might say. You were back into your old habit, back here, yeah? And that intrusive thought came probably, I don't know, feels trapped, it's not travelling, how does that sound, what does she, whatever it was. As soon as you started to think about your words, and the sound travelled. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And it's not because I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I do, but it's not dealing with this always, you know what I mean? All right, let's try again.
And moving memories and all the clouds too, that pass the harbour mirror and all the summer through the water salter.
Can we change that vowel? Make that, bring your lips slightly further forwards for saw.
Yeah.
You're determined to keep that tongue back and flat.
Yeah.
Saunter.
Again?
Thinking of a German word. A vowel for saw. There is order, almost.
Oh.
Saunter.
So very close, actually.
Quite close.
Okay.
Saunter. Yes, again.
And moving memories are the clouds too, that pass the harbour mirror and all the summer through the water salter. In the water salter.
Before we finish, let's do that one more time so I don't disturb you this time. Yeah, that was beautiful. Now just remember to anticipate your S.
Yeah.
Through the water saunter, and you say it again. I wonder why. Through the water saunter.
It's again going back. Very nostalgic, maybe.
I think it's more. I think it's less nostalgic. You know, when we get to as it is plenty, as it's admitted, you're warning them, but you're angry with them. You're sitting there, letting this happen in front of your very eyes. We need to be doing something about this, you know. So I think there's a bit more irony, a bit more urgency, a bit more frustration.
Yeah.
And a bit less, and a bit maybe sadder.
Okay.
Through the water saunter, kind of second one.
Yeah.
Try that.
And moving memories and all the clouds too, that pass the harbour mirror and all the summer through the water salter. Through the water salter.
Really good. Brilliant. So I think we take a break. No, okay.
Hello, my name is Leah, this is Daniel, and we would like to play and sing Silent Noon by Vaughan Williams. No pressure.
You're so musical, really musical. I can feel the way that you're phrasing is gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I feel you're more engaged with than I was expecting. You are already very engaged inside the story. I think what I'd like to work on a little are two things. One is sharing your sound a little more, and therefore we'll get more of your story, and maybe to really examine these dynamics, which I call emotional shorthand instead. You know, if when we were doing the Rada speech that Katia was doing, she spoke her poem as if it was an audition for Rada. And I said, and follow the dynamics. Now, if a director had said to you, I'd like you to say this phrase loudly, what would you say to him or her?
Do you want me to try it?
No.
No.
If I said, I'd like you to say, "Oh, clasp me to our hearts," loudly.
I would probably use some gestures with it.
Okay. Would you not perhaps go, happily, could you tell me why?
Didn't even think about that.
And that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I think all of you would get more joy when you start to forensically examine your music. Really find the whys, the word, find it. Why? King serve. Why? But as soon as you did it, God damn it, it works. So ask yourself, why did Mr. Vaughan Williams? What was he hearing? What picture did he have? That's our duty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is then. Otherwise, we may as well just listen to it on Spotify instead, because we like it. The number of students that come to me and I say, okay, why do we want to sing this? Why have you brought this to me? And they say, oh, because I love it. I love listening to it. And blah, 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 sings it really, really well. And I said, well, then listen to her instead, or because this is not suitable. This, however, is. But you know what I mean? It's, if we're choosing to, it has to speak to you.
Yeah.
And then you say to the audience, this is how I imagine Mr. Vaughan Williams imagined this. And I've just heard that you've got this great thing that you do with the making songs and collaborating and with the poets and the composers and so on. Well, unfortunately, he's dead, so he can't tell us. But that's a kind of good thing as well, because he can't tell you not. But you have to try and do what he's done a little more, yeah?
Okay.
So it's two-pronged thing, that's for all of you. But I think when we get this to obey you, rather than you obeying it, I think we'll be able to do more of this. So can we start with, we are going to use the famous finger on stand moment. And I should have copyrighted this. However, there we go. There's the beginning of your phrase. There's the end of your phrase. It can be a long phrase, it can be a short phrase, and this is your breath, and this is how you manage it. Okay? And you're going to gift your consonants always to the end. I feel everything is just, you're just being very selfish with your sound. And
I'm so sorry.
Well, quite right. Okay. Shall we try again? Now then, Daniel, I think you're in a hurry. And I'd like you to just play me this top line and sing these words. Yeah. Yeah. Just get there to there. Your hands lie open in the long fresh grass. Good. Now and then, what I noticed was, as soon as you got to the end of this very long phrase, grass, you took a different breath with your playing. You had to wait for yourself to start the finger.
The finger, yeah.
Now, at the moment, I feel you're just in this is just a bit monotonous, and you're not giving Leia time to breathe.
What means monotonous?
The same.
The same. And you don't want to live like the same?
No.
Because like I had like, for me, like the most important thing is that it has something grounded. This like.
Why?
Like I have the image of a very calm nature scenery with the grass, and like that there's just like this very natural development in nature, that there's the wind and it goes.
Yeah, and that's the point, isn't it? That the wind moves everything, it ripples. Yeah? And if it's monotonous, where there's no movement within those phrases, then it becomes a little bit too rigid, and it makes the singer, particularly, a little uncomfortable and has to fit to you. And unfortunately, you have to fit to us a lot of the time. Yeah? So when you get to, anyway, however, what I want is that, can you imagine, what is this instrument? If we were orchestrating it, what's the top line?
A mixture of woodwinds and violins.
Nice. So it's
like, because it's for me not only, I don't like so much strings, so like I think they get too much attention.
which woodwind instrument?
Good question. I'm playing very much with bassoon. Like maybe if Michaela is watching, happy greetings to Michaela. It's a bassoon.
So bearing in mind, what do you think this song is about?
What the song is about, like, for me, it's like one of the most intimate moments you can have with another person, and it's like an important memory, maybe like a moment you just have maybe not so often in life, but you can remember it for your whole life, that you experienced this moment with this person.
And what was this moment?
Being together and not speaking about it, but just like we both share this moment, that we realize that it's that we understand each other without saying anything.
And is that, I understand, I suppose what I'm getting to is, what emotion is that you understand? It's love, isn't it?
Yeah, the feeling of love,
that
and
feeling
of security, and how you say, in Germany there's like this beautiful word Geborgenheit. I think it's like maybe safeness, but like something for me more warm.
Yeah.
Where you can
so
let it go.
Okay, so we've got this cushion, haven't we?
Yeah.
And if this were a film, where would the camera be? What would the camera be illustrating with that music?
For me, I'm not sure. There's too many possibilities. Like maybe very close up. And there's not happening so much, but what is happening is very important.
Close up of what?
Of
then?
them both, or the nature. I'm not sure yet.
But you see, and there's the process for you pianists. I'm just going to get my tea. The process is that you make those decisions. And what I got from the beginning was very beautiful playing, but a little bit abstract. And then that doesn't set up Leia's performance, because at this point, this is all of your music. Some of it has words. So all of your music, some of it, doesn't have words.
Yeah, maybe like if we take the first phrase, like maybe the close-up would be just like the hand in the grass.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's intimate, and it's settled, and it's calm, and it's grounded. Yeah?
Maybe with a little bit of wind.
With
The
well,
grass
and
that
that's
you see
this,
there.
isn't it? That's your crescendo.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing bassoons in any of that emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a
Okay,
idea,
so let's find an instrument that might give you that. Can you not rush between there and there?
You mean like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
more space there?
Yeah. That's a bit too much, but somewhere in between there. So if you did your hands, your hands, your hands, lie your hands. Nice. Okay. Then what are these two instruments? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Different song.
Yeah. What are these two instruments underneath?
Yeah, like lower widths.
Okay, good. Okay.
Like-
So let's let them have their solo as well. Now we're getting somewhere now. And then here. Yeah, but can you see that you're rushing? Dum bum ba. Bring out the top line of your left hand. Again, can you do this? Can you do this? Bring this top line out.
This one.
Yeah. Oh. Now don't forget your other top woodwind. Now you're rushing between. That's already. I'm hearing different sounds. Okay, now you can stop. I can hear different instruments playing, and now we're setting up a tranquility. Yeah?
Yes.
Good. Good. Now, back to you. And remember to listen for when she needs to breathe. Or you could sing along, Daniel, and you'll know that there'll be certain breaths that you need longer to take and others where she'll want to move forward, yeah? Okay. Beginning. End. Good. Okay. There you go. As soon as you got there, I thought, she's not going to make it. I think it's about sharing more for you than holding back. Let's be fascinated. If I'm wrong, not you. So let's share your breath a little more, yeah? And I wonder if you can just direct it. Maybe that would work, so you know where it's going. It's actually, what it's going to do is it's going to activate your soft palate, which is going to act. It's going to do that. If you don't hit your soft palate, which is not just but runs, doesn't it? Runs, yeah? If you don't hit it, it doesn't make any sound. Okay? So direct it a little.
Okay.
That was fabulous, Daniel. we've got a bit more there, haven't we? Let's do it again. Do it again. If we can do it once in one phrase, that will work all the way through. Yeah. So let's do it one more time. There was so much more sound then. Wasn't there so much more sound? Interesting because, was it fascinating? Use fascinating. I love the word fascinating. It's neither right nor wrong. It's just fascinating. It's because it was, how did it feel for you, more importantly?
It felt freer in a way. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Because before I was just so afraid of not getting through it with my breath. And now it was close, but it kind of worked.
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd not told us that little bit, we would have thought, yeah, she nailed it. You absolutely got there, but there's more sound as well, without you having to make more sound.
Yeah.
Should we try it one more time? Don't forget all your instruments, Daniel. Good, nah?
Just a quick question.
Tell me.
Would you do two S's there? Your eyes smile, just one, or your eyes smile? Two.
One Z
Yeah.
and one S.
Okay.
English. It's crazy, isn't it?
Eyes smile, peace.
I wouldn't just try not to worry about it. However, peace and this PP, you have to set us up. That's one of those moments, Daniel. So like rosy blooms, take our time. Something really important's going to come in. So no rush. Blooms, your eyes. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. The finger points. Those are these finger points, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The finger points look through like rosy blooms.
No, that new. Nice. Isn't that nice?
It
that
is,
tells you then, oh, special moment.
Yeah.
Let's do it together.
Finger?
Yeah.
The finger points look through like rosy blooms. Your eyes smile peace.
Good. Now, let's do a little famous phrase of mine is lift to land. If you write LTL on it, my students will understand. Lift to land on the piece. Now I'll explain it to you, and you'll never not have that in your mind. If I ask you to stamp your foot, what do you do first?
I lift my leg.
So, we lift, smile, your eyes smile, peace. And we're not going to stamp it, we're going to lay it down. That's right. And you're going to lay peace in a kind of cushiony, stringy, low bass, double basses on it. Maybe a tuba. Yeah? Okay, should we do this one more time? Good.
From the beginning?
Yeah. How are we feeling about this? Are you feeling brave? Are you feeling that you could do it? Like, did you see, Binny, that I'm now using this? I was using your hand gesture because you like to use hand gestures. Yeah? Well, so use them. But use them effectively to help you with your breath. Yeah? And the same for you. What do you think? Do you think you could do it without?
I'll give it a try.
Give it a try.
The finger?
Yeah.
No, from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Your hands lie open in the long fresh grass. The finger points look through like rosy blooms. Your eyes smile peace.
No, we could land that better. You were too soon. You weren't listening. Let's do it together. Your eyes smile peace. I'm showing you. I'm showing you. Your eyes smile peace. There. Yeah? Shall we try again? Nearly.
Whew.
From the beginning?
Yeah, please.
Your hands lie open in the long fresh grass.
Good girl.
The finger points look through.
Give it me. Give it me. Good girls. Lovely, Now then, you weren't listening. You were too soon. That was a beautiful chord.
You mean this one?
This one. Gorgeous. Yeah, as soon as you start to share, don't you think? Once she starts to share, why would you want to hold that back? I mean, dynamics also, you know, when you see PP or P, that's why I call them emotions, not dynamic. They're not quantity, they're quality. Yeah? And they're different. He just couldn't write. That's why I call it shorthand. He couldn't write. I want you to feel really tranquil and show that there's the sun shining and you're lying there and you've got this wonderful, tranquil feeling and you're so in love and it's a special moment. He doesn't have time for that, so he writes P. Yeah? So try and find the emotion for
Okay.
it. All right. Brilliant. Let's move forward.
Do these, right?
Yeah, let's do your eyes. And this is where you need to use your right ear. And you need to telepathically know where you're going to land on the piece. Yeah? So let's have your special moment.
Yeah. So the finger.
Yeah.
The finger points look through like rosy blooms.
Good girl.
Your eyes smile peace.
Yes. Oh, as if by magic. Now I want to do one other thing, another skill for you. Glorious, wasn't that? It's just, it could not be there. Wonderful. We're going to do Thought, Breathe, Sing. And, that's, what's that? TBS. Thought, Breathe, Sing. So we have a thought before we say anything, we have the thought to say it. And then we take a breath to say it.
Okay.
Thought, breathe, sing. In order to work that out, what you're doing, what we all tend to do as singers, is we will react to the music as it's happening. A little like the consonants have to be in advance of the vowels. The thought has to be in front of so that you are we're telling them, I've got something else to say, or I've got a new thought. I can feel the energy change before I've said it.
Okay.
Yeah? So the practice is that we have to elongate that space. You have to say something out loud, which would be a thought, like, I love you so much. Act it out, and then sing your eyes smile piece.
Okay.
Okay? What might you say? Why would you say your eyes smile piece? You can say I love you so much if you choose to right now, or
It might work actually, because that's the thought behind it, right?
yeah, okay, let's do that. So in other words, when we get to here, you're going to play that with a I love you so much, and you're gonna wait for her to say it while she breathes, and then you're both going to continue with I love you so much energy. Okay?
Okay.
First stage. Finger points.
Finger points look through
Share it.
like rosy blue.
Say something. No.
Oh, I actually say it.
You-
Oh, sorry. Blues, I love you.
Okay, do it again. Good. Now I want to see it a little more with you. You're in no hurry for this. There's an extra bar being built in
Okay.
sneakily for the moment. So don't rush into it. Really show it across your face. And again.
Blues, I love you.
No, don't believe that. No.
Okay. Blues, I love you.
Good. Now I want you to do the same gesture, but not say the words. And we need to know that you are saying through your eyes, even bigger gesture, I would say, I love you.
Okay.
And again,
From finger?
the finger.
Finger points look through
Don't rush.
like rosy blues. Your eyes smile pink.
Thought, breathe, sing.
The pasture gleams and blooms 'neath paling skies.
Don't rush. Why are you rushing?
Because it's a hard
He's
phrase.
trying to help me.
Yeah, but we don't need it. Actually, I was going to say, why are you holding your breath?
Yeah.
If in doubt, there's so many. I talk, these things come out my mouth, and then I think, I can't not say it now. If in doubt, breathe out. It's honestly, the more you breathe out, it's science. The more you hold your breath, the more your brain says, we've got no air, breathe.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so if in doubt, breathe out. And if you aim it somewhere, then that's going to encourage you to do it.
Okay.
Yeah? So billowing, we got some tension here, didn't we?
Forward, yeah.
And that's also because you're holding your air. Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go.
pasture?
The pasture piece. Yes, piece. Oh, look at that. I hadn't noticed that.
But there is like, yeah.
Whoa.
It's
Big. Let's go from your eyes smile piece. Did you see that thought, breathe, sing then? Wasn't that clear? And it makes it impossible for you to move forward because she's got this moment where you can stay present. Yeah?
Yeah.
Every breath that you take, there's another song coming there, isn't there? You write an intention, write a thought, breathe, sing, and practice it through. Yeah? Okay, but we have to do finger points because Daniel has a bigger emotional shorthand over the page.
Okay.
The finger points look through like rosy blue.
Good girl.
Your
thing, that scatter and amass what? That they scatter and amass. What's the thought behind that? Why did you take a breath in order to say that scatter and amass?
I think even before, it's the image of it, and then it's just so beautiful that I have to speak it out loud.
Okay. And if we were filming it, shall we pretend that we're on our back and we're doing and amass that way? Because that's another gesture, isn't it, for breath and things, yeah? But it's big and it's billowing and all of those things, yeah? Okay. And exciting and, well,
Where from?
so, well done. I liked that. Did you like that?
Yeah.
It was good. The pasture gleams.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your eye from Peace.
Oh, yeah. The pasture gleams and glooms neath billowing skies.
Good girl.
That scatter and amass.
Yeah. Is there a diminuendo? No.
No, there isn't.
And it's very, very loud
Yeah.
in simple terms. What does that mean emotionally?
It's even more.
It is.
Bewunderung, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wondrous. Yes.
Yeah.
You're breathing in instead of in. When you take a breath, you're breathing like this instead of filling your lungs and allowing everything to come out.
Yeah.
You're holding on to your breath. But it's so much better. Can we do this and then we will have to stop? But let's go from Peace again. Can I touch you in a minute?
Of course. Yes.
So when you breathe, just breathe out for me. See it? When you breathe out, you come in. When you breathe in, like these. Invite the air in. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So if in doubt, breathe out.
Okay.
Make sure you've got to the end so that then you can take a lovely kind of breath.
Yeah.
Okay. Peace.
The pasture gleams and
Out there.
glooms neath billowing skies.
Good girl.
That scatter and amass.
I love that. One last time. That
Yeah.
scatter and amass and gift me the S.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? There's the height of the yeah, you've done it yourself. There's your
Yeah.
crescendo.
In
See if you
theory,
can.
yes.
In-
Okay.
You can do it. Have faith. I do. Brilliant. Actually, I'm sorry. That's maybe where you could just push her through. There.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And make sure that this is really Bewunderung. There.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. There. So much more of your sound now, Leah. So much more. So much less.
Yeah. Yeah.
And great breathing. Excellent. Good. One last time. I'm going to sit down.
Please. The pasture gleams and glooms neath billowing skies. That scatter and amass. Good.
That
Almost.
scatter, I put you off. That scatter, you move forward at scatter. And mass is what
Yeah.
I want.
Okay.
I shave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That from that scatter. And then I promise you I'm going to stop.
Okay, direkt, ne?
Also, that's kind of, oder was? Nee. From
Peace?
Peace.
Okay.
Pasture
Okay.
or scatter? The pasture gleams and
that's work in progress. Daniel, you're not supporting her there. You need to give me a good Bewunderung loud on the Amas.
Yeah.
And don't slow down, speed up. However, that's for you two. But well done. Excellent work. Brilliant.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hey. Okay.
Good afternoon, my name is Valeria Elian, this is Daniel Silcock, and today we would like to start with «Не пой красавица при мне» by Rachmaninoff.
It's fabulous. Beautiful. You've got a gorgeous voice. Beautiful voice. Talk to me about looking away.
Looking away.
Yeah.
At the beginning,
Yeah.
I don't know. I sort of feel like, this long piano part at the beginning is this song that keeps on sounding, and it's building up. I feel more connected to Daniel if I look at him at the beginning as well. Maybe it doesn't look as good in the audience.
Yeah. I think that's the issue. That I think there comes a barrier
Okay.
between us,
Okay.
and also it becomes, there's the piano and now I sing.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yes.
remember my phrase, all of this music is mine.
Yes.
Yeah, and all of this music is mine. So then you can play collaboratively, and that's when the magic starts. That's over peace. The magic started when you started to listen and work together. Yeah, instead of in a more detailed. Yeah. It's so scary though. I don't underestimate that you've got to stand here and go, I'm standing here listening and waiting to sing, is what I feel.
Yes.
I felt when I sang it. And to counteract that,
Yeah.
I would have my little film going on in my mind. Even if it were, I'm going to stand here and listen to this music with my really strong right ear and listen to it this way.
Yes.
Listen to it this way. But so you are present and we can see it a little. Okay? I would encourage you, therefore, to write out here some words, thoughts. So if it were a play and you had film music playing underneath, then this film music would be illustrating what you're thinking whilst it was playing. Yeah? So shall we decide, because it's scary this first start, isn't it? It's like, I feel really naked. Let's decide, if this were an opera, sometimes I used to think, if this were an opera and this was the aria that's been slotted in, where in the opera did this appear? What had happened emotionally beforehand that would cause you to say these words right now? As opposed to, I'm a singer and I'm going to sing a really difficult song that everybody knows, kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So it might just distract you. I once, maybe you've heard this story, forgive me if I'm being boring, but I once did a masterclass for a first year group, and this little tenor turned up. He's not so little now, he's actually doing really big things. Turned up with his three-piece suit, and he was very anxious, and he sang Die Lotusblume, and he was really anxious, to begin with. And I said, "Oof, you did it, well done. Now you've done the first thing, let's start again." And I said, "You were nervous?" He said, "I was very nervous." And I said, "Well, you know what the answer to a headache, the cure for a headache is?" And he went, "No, I don't." And I said, "It's to stub your toe." And he went, "Is it?" And I went, "No, it's a metaphor. It means to distract yourself, distract yourself, okay? Where would you be? What's happened? What brought you there?"
I think it's like she would see something that was so dear to her and brings back the best memories in life, but it's now gone, disappeared, but something just brought that beautiful memory that is painful now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, even just like seeing, when you for example, see a theater play and something, you relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even that could be
Yeah, let's be a little more specific
Mm-hmm.
about that. So what happened painfully?
I think, probably heartbreak. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. first love that was very, very beautiful and ended very painfully.
I think it's more than that, even.
Even more?
If you could bear to.
Let's try.
And I think it's interesting that the translation is, do you think those Georgian songs, do you think you're in Georgia?
No, no, absolutely not. It's just a reference to, it can be anything, any song. Pushkin was actually he was in a bar with friends and he traveled a lot, so he was hearing the song that just reminded him of his love.
Yeah, and so isn't that the case that oftentimes in this period we talk about homesickness? It is the style.
Yes.
And they talk about the love of our land that you're not in because you've travelled away. So first act, I'm going to say you were at home.
Yes.
And you had your heartbreak, and because you had your heartbreak, you left home. You left Georgia.
Yeah.
And now you're somewhere else. Let's say somewhere really different, like Paris. Okay? And then this girl comes along and sings this song, Daniel, there's a clue. Singing. Yeah? And she's singing this song while you're in your bar, and finally you can't bear to hear it anymore, and you say, don't sing it anymore because these memories are too much. Okay? Who was your heartbreak? What was he called?
Personally, or it can be
anybody.
Sergei.
Nice. Okay.
Not my, but yes.
Did you? Good to know. Did he break your heart, or did you separate because it just wasn't meant to be? Families got in the way, or?
I think crushed my heart, destroyed completely.
He absolutely crushed you.
Yeah.
Why are you feeling sad about that?
Why?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I think because that I loved him, with my whole essence. That's why I did it first. Okay. You're the director. You can do it. Okay, so this is the music. Now I would think I'm going to ask you to speak out loud. Doesn't have to be in English. It can be in your own language even. But reflect what you're hearing in the bar while the girl is singing. Okay, speak?
Yeah, over that music. And Daniel, I think you need to play in some more. Yeah? It's an emotion rather than a, yeah? Nice. Say out something out loud.
Man labai sunku prisiminti šitas garsas sukelia emocijas. Kurias aš jaučiau ir labai mylėjau. Ir aš labai norėčiau, kad būtų.
One more. Say one more.
Man sunku kalbėti.
And then tell her to stop. How do you feel now?
I feel very emotional because I have so many memories.
No, but
Yes.
but we still existed.
Yes.
But you didn't notice them.
No.
okay?
Yes.
And vocally, that was so much more engaging. Daniel, that was so much more into the piano, yeah? And really celebrating. Don't ever lose connection, yeah? The next phrase, this where we've just gone.
Yes.
Da-dee-da. There, we have to decide what that chord is. Yeah.
What it is?
That one. You're rushing, Matt. Dum-ba. That, so you see.
So I just start the bar.
Good. So you're actually explaining. Well done. That was much better. But that's because you took an in-breath, not a in-breath. She took a breath. Daniel read it. You had the time. You never felt that you had to, yeah, okay? What is the thought that you're going to take that breath with? Tell the audience what you're going to say next, what your translation is.
The first phrase is with anger. Do not sing. It reminds me of these songs, but they are dear to me.
Yeah.
And the memories. They remind me, of the dear days, better days. They were beautiful.
Of Sergei.
Of Sergei. Rachmaninoff.
Yeah. So that answers the question, doesn't it? That your thought is, I'm back in Georgia. And then Daniel will play the chord. And now, if we were doing a film, you now can see Georgia and him. What does he look like?
I don't know. Young.
Hair colour?
Blonde hair,
Long.
yeah.
Beard? No
Blue
beard.
eyes.
Blue eyes. Great.
Yeah.
Tall, short,
Tall.
stocky, slender.
Slim and tall.
Slim and tall. Yeah. Piercing blue eyes.
Yeah.
If we were
Beautiful
to
blue eyes.
So also, and this is, and honestly, I know we won't know any of that, but we will feel an energy because we'll feel you see him.
Yes.
So it has to be detailed, and let's make him an actor. Then you can really ping him to your mind. Who would you have him play? What actor would play Sergei?
What is that actor? Jonathan Bate?
Who? Jonathan?
Bate? I don't know. The guy who played in Wicked.
Oh.
Or Bridgerton.
Yeah. I know. Very handsome. Very. Okay, yeah. All right. So on that chord, when Daniel plays that chord, that's who you see. Yeah. But you see him. Remember, he crushed you. But I can't help but love him. All in one chord. Let's see what you can do with that. So let's do from Ti piesen Gruzi. Do you understand that? And you're so intelligent, you feel it so sensitively. It's brilliant. It just needs to be explained to you. Your job. Okay, fabulous. Now we are give us our translation, the next line.
A different life.
Yeah.
And a far land, far path.
That's going to work, isn't it?
Yes.
Vocally, sneaky technique, because what you're doing is you're holding your sound.
Yes.
You're being selfish with your sound. You're holding your breath. Send the air. Send the thought. You see my energy is this way?
Yes.
Yeah?
I just try to, like often people say it's too loud, so I try to not be too loud, but then that happens.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There's nothing, it's not quantitative, it's quality.
Yes.
And you let that eagle soar.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
I would love to have an eagle to soar still, so do it for me. Let's do that. Portrayals. Yeah. And there was no loud. That wasn't loud, was it? It wasn't. It was just stunningly beautiful.
Thank you. It felt free also.
Oh,
It felt so free.
it's the aim,
Yes.
isn't it? Let the eagle out.
Yeah.
And then you played an emotion, and we didn't notice loud or soft. We just were drawn into. Be brave. Don't ever hide.
Okay.
Yeah? So many singers would kill to have that substantial sound. I mean, number one aim of a singer is to be heard.
Yes.
You're already winning, aren't you? Yeah? So put yourself with an orchestra there. They're still going to be making the orchestra play quietly, I promise you. You all practice in small rehearsal rooms. Let the eagle out. Good. Okay, next phrase. What we're saying, I've forgotten. Where's my music? Shall we do it one more time?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're coming up. Oh yes. So where are we now in the? What's Daniel's music going to?
I think the mood is slightly changing. The first one was beautiful, and just seeing how beautiful it was. This is about there's word жестокие, which is cruel. It could be like, it's a very strong word in Russian language. Жестокие напевы, cruel songs, you know.
But why are they cruel?
For me, or in this poem?
For your character.
Well, because they were beautiful and they meant so much to me, and they were destroyed with something very ugly and hurtful. So, you know, that's why. How dare you sing to me the beautiful songs if you will crush it?
Yeah. So they're cruel because they cause you pain.
Yes.
Because they make you remember.
Yes.
And you don't want to.
No.
Have you seen Severance, by the way? That's a great series about wanting to forget.
Yeah.
That just came into my head. Sorry. Let's do the same place again. We've got, is that over Ani?
Oh, wait, yes.
No poem, Ned?
A little bit back, or to the... Yes.
There.
Okay.
What is that word? Ani. Anye. Yeah. That's louder.
Louder? Okay.
Well, Mr. Rachmaninoff wants it
Yes.
louder. Yeah, good. Okay, let's go from the same place. Daniel, what's that? Why speed through that left hand there?
I think it was a wrong choice.
No, just tell me what.
Do you know, I guess I was trying to do it as a bit of an echo and maybe to lead on to the next kind of, like, alas thing.
Okay,
But
maybe, but do you think it needs to speed through there?
no.
Should we be fascinated to see if we don't?
Yeah.
We could echo it without not.
So try that way.
Yeah, let's try that. Good.
I'll play this melody.
Good. I think though that you're lifting off the keys instead of into the keys here.
Yeah.
Nevertheless. And this, maybe we don't rush it.
Yeah.
It does say meno mosso, doesn't it?
Yeah. Should I try just as one big
Straight,
line?
yeah. And we've got these. Da, da. Are they two bows?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Try two different bows. That's nice.
I'm not convinced. But
I'm
I'll
not convinced.
practice it.
Can you just do the top line? No, I don't know that you need to take that bar line out. Nice. Yeah. And then if you gave me a good schwung there, that would give us this,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? And then that maybe take our breath away. Ba-dee-da.
Nice. Yeah.
And then ouvri would set us up. What does ouvri mean?
It's like, I guess, alas in English.
How it's like O. What does O mean? You know.
Yes.
So how would you express that?
I think in here it's not a happy one. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, I think it's a real pain
Yes.
gut, isn't it?
Yeah.
Almost like you're crying.
Yes, definitely.
Could you try to express that? Could you try and give us that feeling?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, from there. Good. Let's try it. Let's do it. Let's try it. Ouvri. That emotion, not ouvri. That.
Okay. Yes.
Not. It's not loud or soft. It's just an emotion. Just play as if you're going to be it. Imagine you're in Tesco's.
Yes.
And you start to cry. And that's embarrassing, isn't it? So you do it quietly. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, but the intention, you want to really cry out loud, but you can't because there are shoppers. And British. Okay. Well, I'm not. Yes, exactly. Shall we try? That was fun. Did you like that?
A wee bit. I think it could still have a better shape. But I'm thinking
I think it's got to go from here to there.
yeah.
And that last one has been dee ba da da dee o vee. Yeah?
I think I should do that kind of subito.
Keep moving, take that bar line out.
I'll do the
Yeah. Keep moving. I just think maybe just land on that and
Yeah.
don't rush her here.
Yeah.
Just do ba dee ba dum. Just do that way. Nice. Do it again. Repeat. Do it again. Gorgeous. And now. That was a vocal moment.
Yeah.
It was a nice one, but it lost its emotion. Yeah?
That's how it felt.
So let's go back and make that more of an emotional moment, yeah? And which way round is it? Step, notch. And the breath, the thought breathe sing, I need to see it, like we did with Leia. Yeah? There's another feeling there, isn't there? The night's meant even more to you.
Yes.
Close your eyes on it. Maybe you would, you know when you have a painful feeling and you have to close your eyes, a painful memory? I have,
Yes.
yeah, and I can close my eyes and think, oh, no, I didn't see that. Maybe. Try that. This is coming.
Tell me about that.
It's really coming. Ooh, I loved. Did you love that?
Yes.
I loved that. And I loved the next bit. Where are we? Do your pedally thing.
Oh yeah.
No.
What if we just
Yes. From here, yeah. So you've done ooh-vee. I can't remember the words. That is that one word? That's one word, isn't it?
Night. It reminds me.
Night. Let's keep the words together.
Okay.
No pommy. And you're holding your breath there.
Yes,
Can you
yes,
feel it?
Yes.
Let go. I step, I notch. No. That's I step, I notch.
Yes.
That's I step and I notch. And there's a thought in between. There has to be, because he's given you a breath. And there's no breath without a thought. Because, yeah, let's try again. I palmi na, which was so much better. It kept your breath going when you kept the word together. Good. One more time. What's this word? That's one word.
Далекой бедной девы. It's далекой. Далекой бедной девы.
Okay. Can you keep that as one word? Not da la. Okay. La. We'll finish the words.
Yes. So. Далекой.
Yeah, can you feel that you're making that note, just a note,
Yes.
instead of one word?
Yes. Yes.
You're from Istep.
Steve. Sorry.
Word.
Sorry, is this Easter?
Read Russian, Daniel.
Sorry. Yeah.
One emotion, another emotion.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Something. Yeah, I'd say in the thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Istep I noć, and open up your eyes
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Try it. Finish it. Better vocally.
Yeah.
I still feel it's, in simple terms, too long.
Too long. Yes, it's just 10 of them. That's like.
It's not.
Yeah.
I can float a high.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait till you sing Mini and do it there. Okay, do it again. Make this painful. Inoch.
Yes.
Istep.
Okay.
It's first. Istep.
Sorry.
Good. Good. Mine's better. Right, sorry. More of that. Skip. I just want to do da dee da da.
Yeah.
That's a long word.
Yes.
He's given it a long word. That needs long thoughts. That needs long breath. All the way to the end. Gift me. Okay? Shall we just try that? Just indulge me for 2 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. There. Exactly from there. Deep. Straight on.
Just.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you thought before it. What are the words? Tell us your words.
This is not a payash. It's like she says, but you keep on singing, but you sing, and I think in what it means to me, but you destroyed it, and this is where the main hurt. Like it's like almost it happened just a second ago.
Okay.
You know?
There you go. And I want you to play that out. All of that you just did with your hands, your gesture, all of that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Sneaky technique. It's going to keep your breath moving. Out there, out there. Miles better. Can we skip? Just want to do the last bit. That means that your voice is travelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Thought.
Okay.
How much is too much?
I don't know.
Well, not that. It was stunning.
Okay.
Did it feel free?
Yes. Yeah.
Then it's perfect. Yeah? Never try and control the air that way. Never. And especially with such a beautiful voice. It's absolutely glorious. Let's do the ba-dee-da-da, ya-da, ya-da. Same thing, keep connected.
Yes.
Keep the air flowing through.
Okay.
And then we're done. You keep your left. All the instruments. Don't rush, don't rush. Play it, play it. Play it. Stunning. Thank you. I just wanted to get to the end of this piece because it's what a beautiful way to finish this wonderful morning of music making. Thank you for your attention and concentration. Congratulations. Congratulations.